Hello and welcome to question two, video two of the set. I'm Laura Fox and I am answering questions that have been put to me in the group on LinkedIn, but I'm answering them with a specific view of thinking about job seeking and LinkedIn as a platform that's used for recruiting and hiring. So the next question that I'm going to answer was around what are the pros and cons of adding people that you don't know? And this is a great question, and it's probably more straightforward to answer when you're thinking about it from a recruitment perspective, because what we would say at LinkedIn, this was our party line, is that your network is very precious to you. It should be nurtured. It should be kept warm. You should, maintain fairly consistent communications with your network on an ongoing basis. That doesn't mean sending people one-to-one messages every week, but touch base with people once a year, once every 6 months, something like that. So your network should be a group of professionals that you add value to them and they add value to you. And how they do that is by sharing, liking content on their feeds, which you then get on your feed, and by directly being able to ask people for help. That was why LinkedIn was set up in the first place in 2003. It was set up so people in Silicon Valley could ask other people who were all setting up businesses for help, whether it be for investing, for skills, for talent, whatever it was. So what are some of the pros and cons of adding people you don't know? The pros are that your organic reach, your network gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more people that you're connected to, when you do like and share and comment things, their network will start to see these updates as well. So you can start to expand the awareness of who you are, which from a job seeking perspective is really great, because more people may know that you're looking if you're being direct about it, or if you're being a little bit more passive in terms of your job seeking, you can start to show where your interest lies, or where you're an expert, or where you might be a thought leader by sharing and liking and commenting on industry articles and things that show where your expertise lie. Another practical pro of connecting to people you don't know is that if there is somebody that you think is of value to you, if you're connected to them, it means you can message them directly. Whereas if you're not connected, you'd need a premium account in order to be able to do that. So that's really good. On the con side, and this is kind of where I sit generally, and this would be different if you're using LinkedIn perhaps from a B2B perspective, is that what I would say is that it becomes quite spammy if you're connecting with people that you don't know. If you put yourself in their shoes, they're receiving a message from somebody, particularly if you're a recruiter, or you're an in-house recruiter, you're a line manager, you're getting a connection request from someone that you don't know, you're not sure how they're going to add value, and you probably get tons of these requests all the time. So if you really feel that a personal connection should be made, you can always just send a message with that connection request, which is what we would always recommend. But it just feels sometimes a little bit spammy to receive a completely cold connection request from somebody that you don't know. And the next point I would say is, do you really want a network full of strangers? Personally, I really value my network, and I often will refer back to my 2,500 connections if I'm looking for somebody to talk to in a particular industry field, in a particular sector. So if I want to speak to somebody who works in HR in hospitality, the first place I'll go is my network on LinkedIn and have a look through my connections and see if there's somebody that I can talk to. So for me, my network is very precious. And if I'm a recruiter, or if I'm using LinkedIn to job search, the best thing I would do is use your network to find a warm introduction. You can always find, generally, through a second or third degree connection, a route into that company, which is a much warmer way of engaging with somebody who's hiring there than just sending them a cold message. So that's how I think about connecting with people that you don't know from a pros and cons perspective. So I hope you found that helpful. This is question 2 of 4. So quick plug, if you want to contact me with any specific questions that you have, or arrange a consultation to do some profile optimization for you, or to talk about your business goals and how you can use LinkedIn for that, you can find me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Laura Fox UK, or you can email me at foxlaura@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks.